Lefty Nice. Yada Bear.
Okay, you can talk now. Hey, listen, what's going on with you, man? We usually start the show with some people won Super Bowl, so they feel like they're too good to start off the show with their usual line.
Well,
So
it must be Tuesday. It must be Victory Tuesday.
there you go. There you go.
Must
Hey,
be
hey, down in
Super
Sports Talk in
Bowl
the
Tuesday.
building, left-handed right here, at RM Desk on Twitter, which is this right now. That's Yada Bear over there. That's Browski. I'm sorry, my bad. Super Bowl champion
Thank you.
Yada Bear. Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Um, Browski's going to give it up. Hard body karate. She's going to go hard in the paint. Right? She's been making the rounds. She's been on the Star Report doing it, talking. Yeah, we're going to definitely get into that. Talking greasy as you should.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right. Um, Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. If you haven't heard, all right. Welcome to the program. I'm gonna start off because this is gonna be about Browski tonight. She's gonna talk, and do what she do about her Eagles, and she deserves it, and it's well earned. But let me say this. Welcome to the show, down in Sports Talk. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. The Philadelphia Eagles were coached by a man who was scrutinized, almost hogtied. I'm watching from afar. I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm just an observer, right? Nick Sirianni, right? Um, Goes through the motions and things happen. You know how they get down in Philly, kind of like they get down in New York. You know what I mean? They like what they like, but when they don't like you, they let you know it, right? Things wasn't going the way they should have been going, and they was jumping on Nick Sirianni and kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it green, no pun intended. Get a quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts goes to a Super Bowl, plays plays well in a loss. Even before then, when he was doing this thing, Alabama, Oklahoma, he's going through what he went through. I like Jalen Hurts. When he got replaced by Tua Tagovailoa, I like Jalen Hurts. When he was doing this thing, Oklahoma, I like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, this past season, the Super Bowl winning season for the Philadelphia Eagles, early in the season now, there were whispers, murmurs, chatter, discussions about Jalen Hurts not having an arm strength to take the ball downfield to get it to A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith and those guys, right? I like Jalen Hurts. I said Jalen Hurts is all right. Some people was like, Jalen Hurts is all right. Watch. Jalen Hurts got a Super Bowl. He been to two already, right? I think that's two more than Baker Mayfield. That's two more than Kyler Murray. You know what I mean? Um, that's two more than Tua Tagovailoa, right? But all I'm saying is to say this: when you observe somebody and you watch it from afar, you don't have to be one of those dudes that wear suits and ties and get paid exorbitant amounts of money to talk gibberish like Stephen A. Smith, Field Yates, Chris Sims, all those guys. And it was more of you. I just forget your name right now. We don't play over here. I'm gonna call your name out. All y'all said that Jalen Hurts wasn't. He didn't have it. You didn't see him as a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Was one quote. You don't see him being the leader of a team or a championship team. That was another quote. All of you cats, and there was a bunch of you on different networks that was giving Jalen Hurts the business unfairly, in my estimation. Because while y'all was doing that, what was he doing? He was winning. Sometimes you have a bump in the road. You ain't seen 17-0 since 1972. You saw 18-0, but what happened in the Super Bowl? That's why I didn't bring it up. Don't play with me. Right? I like Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is gonna have a great career. He's just getting started. Jalen Hurts is doing what Johnny Manziel was supposed to do. Jalen Hurts is doing what these other cats who was drafted in his circumstance, the Tuas, right, the Bakers, right. He's doing. He's been in 2 Super Bowls, and I think Browski get me right. I think he's the all-time rushing leader in the Super Bowl for quarterbacks.
Yes, he is. He actually broke his own record.
We don't get no liver than that. You know what I'm saying? So I say all this to say, Browski, and again, Browski's gonna rock out tonight, and I just think that Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni should really get a lot of props, flowers, whatever you want to give them. You know what I mean? You don't gotta eat no crow. You ain't gotta apologize. You ain't gotta do none of that.
Yeah, they do.
All you got to do from here on out, and this is me, and it's coming as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, straight like that, but being an observer and seeing what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? To me, in my estimation, like, you can't never again say nothing about Nick Sirianni. You can't never say nothing again about Jalen Hurts. And that's just me. I've been thinking about it. I was like, yo, not that they was coming down on them super bad, Browski, because I come down on Aaron Judge. I come down on Baker Mayfield. I come down on I hate Jamel Dean. No disrespect. Not like that. But
I
yeah, like
mean,
that.
but
You know what I
but
mean?
but
Go
some
ahead,
of it
Browski.
was unfairly, you know. Some of it was unfairly and extremely biased, you know.
Hmm.
Extremely biased. But go ahead and finish your thought. I'm a, you know,
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, a lot of times you got to give credit where credit is due. And even though, Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni are going to get credit, you got to give them credit where credit is due from, a opposing standpoint. And again, you talked about how Nick Sirianni might need to get fired.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Um, Jalen Hurts, I stay on that because again, you watch the progression. He always kept it solid.
Mhm.
Um, even when the thing wasn't going the way it should have or could have been. Even last year when they just fell to collapse, y'all could have should have won the Super Bowl last year.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But again, I think that is a redemption story, man. And I just hope that you guys, you got a quarterback for the next 10 years. He did something that the quarterbacks that came before him couldn't do. Because I remember I don't remember, maybe it was a year ago, Kimmy, when we talked about the Vicks, Donovan McNabb, you know what I mean, and Jalen Hurts, you know what I mean, Randall Cunningham, you know what I'm saying, as far as that legacy of quarterback in Philly, the black quarterback.
Black quarterbacks.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? So again, I mean, can you name me? I mean, you probably could because you're a Philly fan, but somebody could name me 4 white quarterbacks to play for the Eagles. The Jaworski, Nick Foles,
Nick Foles, Carson Wentz, Ron Jaworski, um,
Carson Wentz. That's right, right. And I would
Randall
say Roman Gabriel.
Cobb,
Yeah.
uh, what, Kevin Cobb.
See, there you go. That's 4 right there. But see, you had to think about it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
then you go to Cunningham, Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Jalen Hurts. In your opinion, because I'm getting all your opinions tonight. And we're gonna start off right now because I said my piece, and I know that those other guys will make a whole lot of money
Mhm.
are feeling some kind of way right now because they said what they said.
Yeah.
Where are you at as far as Jalen Hurts in that hierarchy of Philadelphia Eagle quarterback?
Um. Right now he's number one. You know, for years it was always five. You know, McNabb, because McNabb had all the records. You know, all the glory except couldn't win the big game.
They played in the Super Bowl, but they lost.
Played
Right. Hmm.
played against the Patriots. He couldn't win the big game. He only got there one time. It took Jalen 3 years to get to two Super Bowls. Okay, he been in two Super Bowls in the last 3 years, which is mind blowing for a guy who was drafted in the second round to be a backup to Carson Wentz, who we thought was the guy.
Yeah.
After we gave him a deal, we gave him the money. We drafted Jalen as a backup, and we realized this guy's not the guy. You know, Jalen came in. He had um decent showing for the last couple of games of the season. Then his first year of starting, we was what 4-11, 4-12. 4-12-1.
Mm.
You know. Then the next year, that's when we was like 10-6. We went to the playoffs. We lost to the Bucks, who won the Super Bowl that year, and that was his first like really feel of like postseason play. And then the following year, in the off season, he went and he got better. You know, one thing I'll say about Jalen, he works hard every off season. You see him progress upwards. You just lost to, the GOAT, Tom Brady, in the playoffs. So what do? You go seek out the guy that helped Tom Brady become the GOAT. You know, a lot of people always want to say, "Oh, I want to be the best. I want to be like Tom. I want to be like LeBron." But you don't put that work ethic in like these guys do. So
Right.
instead of you sitting around wishing or hoping you could be like that, he went out there, got the person who made Tom who he is, and he got better. And then he was rewarded with one of the best seasons that he had in 2022. Went to the Super Bowl, outplayed Patrick Mahomes, but unfortunately we came up short. Then last season, start out hot, balling. Something just didn't click. We just went in a downward spiral, and ended the season on a loss. Then we come in this season, everybody's talking. The Eagles are washed. You know, this is probably Nick Sirianni's on the hot seat. Jalen's
Hmm.
not the guy. Jalen's mediocre. He's not even top 10 quarterback. He's not top 15. You got other guys ahead of him on the rankings. We go out, we get Kellen Moore, we get Vic Fangio. You know, oh, we going to struggle because we got new coordinators. There's no cohesion with the team. There's inner fighting with him and AJ. They're not on the same page. All that stuff. They talked all this
Yes,
trash
I see. I
all
see. I see what you did there. Not on the same page.
yeah, uh-huh. All season. All season they written this narrative about us already. They already counting us up. Oh, Detroit is the team. Detroit is the team. The Packers look good. Oh, the Vikings, Sam Darnold, you know, his career just came back to life. You know, Sam Darnold's good. Look at the Vikings. Look at the Commanders. Look at this young guy and Jaden Daniels in Washington. You know, oh yeah, I mean the Eagles they may make the playoffs, but I don't see them going far. Oh okay, and then after the bye week, do you realize that we went 16-1 after the bye week, including the playoffs? 16-1, and that one loss was when Jalen got hurt in the game. We won two more games without Jalen. We won a game with our third string quarterback. It's it's crazy, you know. Um, for a team to go on a crazy run like this and come out on the other end as champions. We talked last week about this game. I said, you know, this game wasn't going to be close because we are far superior team than the Chiefs. We've been calling the Chiefs fool's gold all season. You know, yeah, they got one loss, but every game they could have had six losses. They was winning games unconventionally. It was like, you know, they was getting help with the refs. You know, close games. Oh, someone missed an extra point. Someone missed a field goal. It was like they wasn't very
Mm-hmm.
dominating. They wasn't putting points on the board at all. You know, they could barely score 21 points in the game. The last time they scored 30 plus points was in the playoffs against the Texans. You know, it's I mean, and if and with the Bills also, but it was like they've been struggling to score all season, and they already had them winning the Super Bowl, even before the game started. They already had the Chiefs winning. They keep talking about the three-peat. Oh, three-peat, three-peat, three-peat. That's all we heard for 2 weeks about the Chiefs and a three-peat. They was looking past us. They already had three-peat T-shirts printed out for them already. Like they already won the game.
Pat Riley was
Yeah, Pat Riley
Pat
was like,
Riley was
"Oh
about
yeah,
to go
y'all
to the
need to
bank.
use that
Right.
so that he can monopolize on the three-peat because you know they got that. They got that trademark. So again, they keep looking past us. Everybody on ESPN and Fox and all these podcasts, everybody Chiefs, 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 Chiefs. That's just not even recognizing what is standing in front of the Chiefs. This is not the 2022 Philadelphia Eagles. You know, this team, we were on a mission. Jalen Hurts was extremely focused this whole season. And like he said, you got to keep the main thing. And that was to win a championship. And they always talk about this guy like he was a scrub, where he won on every level. Every level he won. And then we come on Sunday, you know, from the gate. We destroyed their offense. They didn't even have an offense at all for like the first 3 quarters. We have so much pressure on the Chiefs without even blitzing. We didn't blitz the whole game. 4-man rush. Jalen Carter, beast. Milton Williams, beast. Josh Sweat, beast. Nolan Smith, beast. Brandon Graham, beast. My man tore his tricep, came back to end his career on a high note, winning the Super Bowl. They sacked Patrick Mahomes 6 times. They couldn't even get the ball past midfield in the first half of the game. They had no running game. They ran the ball, what, 3 times in the first half? It took Kareem Hunt out the game. Isaiah Pacheco out the game. It was so bad that you didn't even see our secondary on the screen. You didn't see Quinyon. You didn't see Slay. You didn't see Blankenship like that because they had all them guys down the field covered. Patrick couldn't even throw the ball down the field in the first half. You forgot that there was guys down the field running routes because Patrick was running for his life. Running for his life. Nick Sirianni, Fangio, Kellen Moore coach a hell of a game. coach one hell of a game. I'll coach Spaz, Reed. I'll coach them all. We destroyed these guys on every level. Every level. The refs couldn't even help them. It was so bad. It was such a dominating game from the Eagles that the refs couldn't even help them because they tried. They definitely tried because you gonna call an offensive pass interference on AJ, which was wild, crazy to me. And then they did a makeup call when they
Yeah,
called
you saw it.
Daniel
Did you see
Taylor
that? Did you
on
see
Dollar.
that?
I
What you
said,
said, Basky? The referees couldn't help him.
yeah, it was so we dominated them so much that the refs couldn't even
The
help them.
referees couldn't save him. Wow.
Yes, and right there, that's a whole fact right there. Josh Sweat might as well been in the huddle with the Chiefs. Okay, it's like he knew they like he knew they play. He calling they play, you know. And then you had Reed Blanken. I mean, then you had Cooper DeJean, the rookie from Iowa, who said white boys can't play corner. Pick six, pick six out the gate, right there.
Go ahead,
Then
pop your collar. You know.
again, defense destroying him, smash like they was whooping Patrick Mahomes' ass. Like
Kind of remind you of a Super Bowl from not too long ago when the Buccaneers was putting something on the Chiefs offensive line.
it kind of reminds me of the Seahawks and the Broncos when the Seahawks defense was
Oh,
whooping the Broncos
that was that
ass.
Super Bowl in New York when
It
Peyton Manning couldn't get it right.
Peyton Manning couldn't get anything off, and that's exactly what it
Um,
looked like.
let me ask you this, Browski. Now that you had this season that we watched from the beginning, training camp,
Hmm.
OTAs, and preseason, and now you got a Super Bowl championship. Who is your offensive? Well, that probably goes without question. MVP, defensive MVP, and I think what moments stand out for you besides the jumping backwards over the guy? Besides Saquon jumping backwards over the guy.
For this season, um, this season I would say my offensive MVP, um, I would say it would be a co-MVP. It would be Saquon Barkley and my offensive line. Because without my offensive line, Saquon wouldn't have had them 2,000 yards. He wouldn't have been as successful as he was. Defensive MVP, I gotta go with Zach Barn because we have had an issue with that linebacker position. We have been searching for a linebacker since the Jeremiah Trotter days. We try to find someone to fill in that position all those years, and then we found a guy that was on the Saints roster on the special teams, gave him a gave him a shot, and became first team all defense.
Right.
You know,
And
I,
and
I,
the, in
I
the chat
gotta.
in the chat room that says that was that a black quarterback out there reading defenses and making plays. It sure was.
It sure was
Absolutely was.
because for some
It was
reason,
almost two of them.
well, it was one and a half. Well, no, it was only one because Patrick he couldn't read the defense at all. Unfortunately, he couldn't read it at all. But yeah, I would have to go with Zach Bond, and I will also give a shout out to Quinion and Cooper DeJean, two rookies. Especially Quinion coming in as a rookie, starting on the right side and
And
shutting
I'm
down.
gonna I'm gonna pat myself on the back because I said in the chat in the group down in sports on Facebook that Quinyon Mitchell would be an X factor for the Eagles.
Yeah,
And
shut down everybody on that side. Look at the stats. Shut them all down. Okay. Um, I just gotta say that this Super Bowl victory, it felt amazing.
Talk
We
about it,
feel
Brosky.
we feel vindicated
Uh
because of
oh.
all of the trash. Like we've been getting trashed on, shitted on all season long. They try to make a story out of any and everything. Oh, AJ Brown is reading a book on the sideline. It must
Right.
be trouble in the locker room.
Mm.
Like what? Oh, Jalen can't throw the ball down the field. Must be an issue between him and Nick Sirianni. It's always trying to make an issue out of something where it was just like, no, we're finding our groove. We're trying to find who we are, and we found it, and we ran with it. Oh, well, Saquon is getting all the handles. Oh, the wide receivers must be angry, not knowing that. Well, look where AJ Brown came from. Came from Tennessee. We had a dominant running back and Derrick Henry, so he knows how to play besides a star running back. He knows
And
how to
still get his numbers.
and still get his numbers.
Hmm.
So all that talk people were saying, I need them all to shut up and just give us our respect because we felt disrespected the whole season, and now I need you to give us our respect. And yes, they all need to apologize. Matter of fact, I have a list of
Uh
people
oh.
that need to apologize.
Let's go,
Um,
Browski.
'Cause like you said, we name names here on Down in Sports. Um,
Absolutely.
Number one, Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, up Colin Coward. That's right. You
Okay,
too. You don't be knowing what you talking about.
exactly. And this guy here, because here in Philadelphia, we don't say this guy name, but we call him Phil Sims' son. He needs to shut the hell up.
Yep, I said his name too. Yep,
Okay,
he don't know what he talking about either. That's right.
exactly. Dan Olowski,
Oh my goodness.
he needs to shut the hell up.
Hmm. That's why you ain't on first take no more.
Nick Wright
Oh my.
or
Oh,
Nick
he's the
Ross,
worst.
he needs to shut the hell up.
Let's go, Browski.
Andrew Schultz,
Mm.
he needs to shut the hell up. Andrew Hopkins, he needs to shut the hell up. Brooke Pryor, shut the hell up. Damian Woody, shut the hell up. Dan Graziano, shut the hell up. Phil Yates, shut the hell up.
Yep.
Jameson Hanley, shut the hell up. Jason Reed, shut the hell up. Jeff Saturday, shut the hell up.
Mm.
Kimberly Martin, shut the hell up.
Wow. You too, Mama.
Mike Tellenbaum, shut the hell up.
Mm.
Mina Kines, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Teddy Bruschi, shut the hell up. Tim Hasselback, shut the hell up.
That's a very long list
Okay?
of people who
Okay?
claim they know what they're
All of
talking
them
about.
need to shut the hell up.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
And yes, they need to apologize because all season, Jalen Hurts, he's not the leader. He can't lead the Super Bowl. He will not win the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, Jalen Hurts, he can't read the defense. Jalen Hurts, he don't have an accurate ball. Hmm. I just watched Jalen Hurts throw a bomb to Devontae Smith in the Super Bowl while we
Yeah.
were
I wanted to bring
trashing
that
them.
up. Yeah. I wanted to
Okay.
bring that up. Yep.
I oh, Jalen Hurts, he makes poor decisions. Okay, well Jalen Hurts just broke his own rushing record in the Super Bowl. So I need them to tell me what the hell they are watching when they are watching Jalen Hurts play, or who they expect him, you know, to be,
Well,
because
that's the Most High. The homie is in the building. The Most High. What up? What up, Kingpin? He said all stereotypes must now be reevaluated. The future in the NFL looks like half the quarterbacks will be black. Penix, Daniels, Jackson, Fields, Richardson, Stroud, Williams. Yeah, I mean, and the top three quarterbacks in this draft are Ward, the kid from Alabama, Milrow, and Shador
Sanders,
Sanders. Um,
exactly.
I mean, is this what we wanted? You know what I'm saying? Isn't this what we wanted? So
Yeah,
again, I mean, shout out to the Teddy Bridgewaters of the world and all those guys.
the Michael
This is
Vicks.
what absolutely. This is what that's coming down the pipeline. And again, I think it's a beautiful thing. Now, Most, I see you, my guy. I say, when you say all stereotypes must now be reevaluated, are they going to be looking at Cooper DeJean? Are they going to be looking at him in a kind of way and say, where are we going to find the next Cooper DeJean at? As far as playing corner, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Again, it's been a long time between Cooper DeJean and Jason
Jason Sanders.
Sehorn.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, we could have that conversation, about running backs also, because you know the only white guy that has been, top five running back has been McCaffrey. Running backs are generally a position dominated by black players. So I definitely see where the Most High is coming from, and
Hmm.
I definitely believe that yes, they will have to reevaluate that stereotype, or just throw the stereotype out the window altogether,
And not to cut
because
your wisdom, Browski, not to cut your wisdom, and Most High, you hit it on the nose, my dude. Again, you know who else needs to be reevaluated? And I know you know where I'm going with this, Browski and Most High. Those evaluators
oh,
need to be
oh,
reevaluated.
absolutely, because
You know what I mean?
who made them the geniuses
Like they would
and
say,
all. Yeah.
they would say those kids, those kids that are coming into the game right now would be better suited as playing defense or running back, bringing back punts or something like that. You know what I mean? And again, I'm
Well,
talking about the Gil Brandts of the world.
yeah,
Prime Sehorn or Nolan Cromwell. Yeah, Nolan Cromwell's a safety. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you go back. I like you. Salute to
hmm
you, Nolan Cromwell. Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely from the Rams, Nolan
yeah,
Cromwell. Absolutely. But yeah, man. Again, when you talk about you know what needs to be stereotypical and needs to be reevaluated, the black quarterback definitely. And again, at the end of the day, as long as they have quality players out there, man, I don't care what color they are. I don't care who they are, man. You know what I mean? I just think that the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts need to be celebrated because on a
exactly. You're
whole,
right. Yes,
many different levels,
yes,
many different levels when it comes, to specifically we talk about Jalen Hurts because I remember, you know what I mean, and me being a Buck fan. Shout out to the Most High again. Me being a Buck fan, yo, I would
hmm
be looking at like, yo, I wish I had Jalen Hurts. All the people was talking down on Jalen Hurts. I'd be like, yo, I wish I had Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts is nice. But every quarterback is not going to throw for 400 yards every game and 6 touchdowns. They're not going to do it. But at the end of the day, if you're the last guy standing on the field, then you deserve all the accolades that you get. Browski, it's on you. Talk
and,
about your
and,
team,
and, and,
yo.
and exactly, and that right there, that point right there they just made. Everybody expects him to be this superstar quarterback. Superstar quarterbacks don't win Super Bowls all the time. Look, Josh Allen just won the MVP. Oh, superstar Josh Allen.
Josh Allen got the
Joe
MVP.
Burrow,
Yeah, that's right. Wow.
Matt Stafford, Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
All these superstar quarterbacks that haven't even made it to the big dance. Joe made one. He haven't been back since. But you got all these like how like oh Josh Allen got this MVP. Josh Allen can't get out the second round.
And not for nothing, when the hell was Kirk Cousins in the Super Bowl? Boy, they talk
Exactly.
about him. When was
Exactly.
Kirk Cousins playing the Super Bowl?
But they always want to, have all these superstar. Oh, well, he's not. Jalen Hurts not top 5. He's not top 10. But Jalen Hurts have a Super Bowl win. He has a Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen can't say that. Joe Burrow can't say that. You know, uh, and not for nothing, Lamar Jackson can't say that. Who has
Yeah,
two?
it's a lot of stuff Lamar can't say, but
He has
we'll get into that. We'll get into that another time.
okay. So I just want that stereotype. I just want that, that little, black quarterbacks can't read defenses is ridiculous because some of the most successful quarterbacks have been black. So black quarterbacks had changed the game. They evolutionized the game. Now we have running quarterbacks.
On and off the field.
Yeah.
Salute to the young lady who's handling Jalen Hurts' business, and congratulations to Jalen Hurts,
Yes.
for doing what he does, man. The sky's the limit for that kid, man.
Yes.
And
I
again,
love it.
for what he's been through and things of that nature, coming from homie mentioned that he had got replaced by Tua, but now who would you rather be now? Because I remember, don't play with me. I remember they was like, yeah, Tua Tagovailoa is going to come in here and he's going to do this and he's going to do
Oh,
that and do the third. He had a nice game in that championship. He did the thing for Alabama. I'm not mad at him.
he did.
But I was like, how did he play Jalen Hurts out?
Yeah.
How they gonna play him out? Then the situation at Oklahoma, whatever the case may be, then he gets into the league, and again, I guess people just learned about him on the next level. I get it because you have people that was in this corner, and then you had the naysayers. I get it.
Yep.
All he had to do was go out there and play the game, and which he did. Played in the Super Bowl, played well in the Super Bowl, outplayed the dude who won the game.
Yes.
Outplayed Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Set a Super Bowl rushing record. Came back 2 years later and did what? Broke his own Super
Broke his
Bowl
own
record
record.
in a win, a dominating win against
Yeah.
a team that was only up. The spread was Kansas City by a point and a half for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Never seen that. Now most high, that's something I never seen. The
Yeah.
spread was Kansas City minus a point and a half
Mhm.
from the championship weekend, from Sunday night at the championship game
2 weeks. Never
to
moved.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yep.
The
Never
spread was
moved.
Kansas City minus a point and a half for 2 weeks. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Never.
It never moved.
And that's how I guess close of a game that Vegas was trying to say that we were going to get, and everybody was thinking that. And then I was saying leading up to the game, Browski, I was saying, you can't beat the Chiefs, Mahomes, and the referees. You can't. And the referees tried to make themselves a part of the game early.
They did.
I
They
was like,
tried. They tried.
what
But
is this?
but see, it came to a point where we was whooping their ass so bad they just couldn't. It was out of their control.
Right. The referees couldn't
Games
help them.
games were out of the refs' hands. That's how bad we was whooping their ass. And also, I gotta give a big salute to another guy that, to me, get disrespected on the team, Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
He's another guy who does nothing but win on every level. They
And do all
forget.
this winning in the Superdome.
They forget that he is a Heisman Trophy winner. He has 2 national championships. He has won every offensive college award a player can win, and he is the only Alabama wide receiver with a Super Bowl ring. Now we think about all the great Alabama wide receivers that came out of Alabama.
I think he's the only Alabama player.
He's the only one.
I think he's because I was going like Joe Namath, all of those dudes that came from Alabama, all of those dudes.
He's the
He's
only
the only
one
one.
with a Super Bowl ring. Okay, so
Well, it
I
must be
need
wide
them.
receivers because Joe Namath got a ring.
I need. I need them to put some
I
respect
actually
on
grew up
his
liking Philly
name.
teams after my New York teams.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, we gonna talk, yo.
yeah. So I
We
definitely
gonna
want
talk.
them to put some respect on Devontae Smith's name,
Absolutely, Basky. Let's go.
and they gotta put some respect on AJ Brown name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and gotta put some respect on Saquon. This again, we've been talking about all season. I will fire everybody in the Giants front office.
Right. What would the Most High do?
Yes,
What would the Most High do with the Giants front office right about now?
this guy come here one season, 2,000 plus yards. He has the most yards for the regular season and playoffs, 13 touchdowns, and a Super Bowl ring. One season here. Offensive Player of the Year. To me, should have been MVP. You know, should have been MVP because I don't get how Josh Allen um, won the MVP when he didn't even have better stats than Lamar Jackson. But that's just another
They had to they
another
had to
argument.
give they had to give Josh Allen some kind of consolation prize.
They could have
That's
gave
how
him
I
a
look at
pat on
that.
the back.
You know what I mean,
They could
Browski?
have gave him
They
a
had
pat on
they,
the
they
back.
had they had to give Josh Allen some kind of consolation prize. And on our platform, we're not going to get into no back and forth with certain people who bigged up Josh Allen. You know what I mean? But now they know where to be found. May their opinions rest in peace. You know what I mean? So again, at the end of the day, speaking on the Josh Allen MVP thing, how do they reach back and reach past Lamar Jackson, reach past a 2,000 yard season that Saquon Barkley had, and say this guy,
Yeah.
I, and it's nothing to do with nothing. It's nothing
Yeah.
to do with none of this. It's nothing to do with none of that. It's nothing to do with none of nothing. To
Yeah.
me, I think they're not going to be happy until Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
and they're never. Yep, Most High, you're right. Yep, absolutely. They're never going to win the Super Bowl because, like I said before when we were talking, Josh Allen is getting his karma.
Mhm.
Josh Allen's getting his karma, but we're not even going to dwell on Josh Allen because this is about the Eagles, Joe.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean? It's about the Eagles and Browski talking, and we're gonna get into some basketball too because I saw your post, Browski.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
That
I'll
part.
let you talk your Eagles, and then we're gonna shift the mood a little bit and get into some Sixers basketball because I see your man right here, the Most High. He's like a Philly cat and he knows his Sixers stuff, so we can get into that and my New York Knicks because it's that season. So go ahead, Browski, do your thing.
Well, just to close out the Super Bowl segment, um,
I'm sure we're gonna talk about it some more before we.
oh, of course, yeah. But to close, this part out, um, congratulations to my Philadelphia Eagles. Congratulations to Jalen Hurts for winning Super Bowl MVP. Um, thank you for shutting out all the doubters, all the haters. Um, and once again, we stop a so-called three-peat because we did it against the Patriots, and then we did it against the Chiefs. And I believe this right here, I think this is gonna be the last time we see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl for a minute. Um, because I think their whole Chief run, I think is done. I think this is gonna be the last time we see them there. We might see them in the playoffs here and there, but a deep playoff run, a Super Bowl again, I don't see it right now.
So let me ask you this: just jumping out the window, who wins the AFC West next year?
I mean, they may still win the West. Because I don't see. I gotta see what the
Now
Broncos.
listen,
I gotta see what the Broncos and the Chargers do. In this off season and in the draft, but they still may win the West. But I still don't think they won't come
they're gonna
out.
win like 13, 14 games.
Yeah, 12, 13 games,
Okay, okay.
and have a decent regular season. But I think come playoff time, um, I think this may be the last time we see them there for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about that. We're gonna talk about it some more because Browski's gonna be here to remind us who the Super Bowl champion is, as you should.
Exactly.
Because
He
the
right there.
Buck when the Buccaneers won, I damn sure reminded you.
Look
Tampa
at that.
Buck Nation, baby, stand up, salute, Browski,
Look
absolute.
at that.
So
Hey,
Browski, who's gonna play? Who's gonna come to Philadelphia on opening night? I wanted to ask you that the first Thursday night of the season. I see you got like the Bears. You got like the. I think it should be. I think it should be Washington first Thursday night.
I don't know who the first Thursday night game might be. I know that they saying that we might play.
You should play Washington.
I mean, could be,
You got Detroit.
maybe, or you know, could be the Giants.
Oh
See,
man.
see who they draft. See who they draft or that'd be something good to see.
That'd be
Or
something.
or
That'd be
or
something to
or,
see.
or like you said, it could be the Lions or it could be the Vikings. They probably will try to do like the Lions the matchup that could have been.
I think the Lions are going to be done too. The Lions are going to be worse than they are because they lost their coordinators on both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
gonna look different
And it's
now.
been 2 years now. Ayo, it's been 2 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you did worse this year than you did the year before.
yeah, they took a step
Because you
back.
was in the NFC Championship game, and I keep saying that. I don't care who. Listen, you was in the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers, the Detroit Lions. You was in the NFC Championship game. You was up by double digits on the road, and you lost.
Yeah,
This year, you couldn't even get that far. You lost at home.
they was so busy trying to secure
Like I'm
that
not
number
really the
one.
Lions, man. Come on, yo. I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm off of the Lions, B. I'm off of the Lions. Remember Brasky? I was like when they got the kid from Michigan,
yeah,
the lineman Hutchinson. I was like, yo, the
yep,
Lions gonna be all right.
yeah.
And the Lions, I don't know. But we're gonna move on to the NBA. You know what I mean? Browski's second favorite topic. We're gonna talk about her Philadelphia
Woo,
76ers. You know what I mean? Um,
struggle
yeah.
bus,
Yeah, you know.
struggle bus. Cause I got that thing on the TV right now, and I'm just seeing brick after brick. It's like they're a bunch of bricklayers out there, and yeah, it's a struggle here in Philly with the Sixers. It's disappointing, very disappointing season. Um, and then Joel made another disappointing statement when he said that he probably gonna need knee surgery again to fix his knee, which I already spotted that already. I said that they just need to shut him down, get the surgery, and just call the season a wrap. Because
Who
what
who
more?
was that he got into it with on the sideline?
Oh, Kelly Oubre.
Mm.
Yeah. So like, I
So
feel
they
like
punking. So they punking Joel Embiid.
I mean,
I'm on my star report ish right now. So they
listen,
they, they playing Joel Embiid out.
listen. Joel hasn't really been there all season. I feel like they should just sit him down, let him get the surgery, chalk this season up. It wasn't a fit. The Paul George signing. It's something about these LA guys when they come here to Philly. Like they soft. They they can't they can't deal with the Philly grit. The grit, the grind. Cause this guy,
I said that
he
I
the
said that
one.
in the beginning when you first got Paul George. I
Yep.
was like, man, listen, Paul George. That's exactly how I said Paul George. Like, come on, yo, Paul George.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Paul. I was like, all right, you gonna see Paul George ain't gonna play 50 games. Paul George ain't gonna play 50 games. And I mean, and again, I wanted you to talk about your teams. I'm gonna talk about the Knicks a little bit, but I
Yeah.
think that when your Sixers, you know what? I know who I feel sorry for. I said it before on the show, and I'm gonna say it again. I feel sorry for Tyrese Maxey. Because that kid is a superstar waiting to happen. And he's been stifled by this nonsense with Joel Embiid. Then when you add Paul George into the mix, who's supposed to be a quasi pseudo superstar, that even stunts him even more now. I Tyrese Maxey was on the end, the ascent the last 2 seasons. He was better than the previous year.
Yeah,
Now all that's being
it's
stunted
great.
to me. You're a Sixers person. You're inside. You know. But I'm watching him from the outside looking, and I'm like Tyrese Maxey, man. I feel sorry for you, dog. You know what I
The,
mean?
the thing with him is he's taking too many shots because there's nobody else to shoot the ball.
Right.
Um, it's I just feel like this whole season is a wash. We just shut it down and we try again next season. Um, I was very disappointed at the fact that they didn't really make any real splash in the trade. Um, they brought in Quentin Grimes. Yeah, okay, that's nice, but we still got Kyle Lowry on that team. We still got Eric Gordon on that team. It's like we're still old. We still have this guy Andrew Drummond out of Andrew Drummond out of nowhere. He comes to Philly. Now he's hurt all the time. He was balling out in Chicago. Yo, the best. Chicago act like we were trying to get Shaquille O'Neal in his prime from them. And this guy he comes here, he's hurt just as much as Joel Embiid. It's it's a struggle here for a Sixers fan in Philadelphia, and now it sucks that the Eagles season is over, and now we get the key in on the Sixers to see how bad this team is actually playing. So
Hey,
we are at a high
spring
with the
training,
Super Bowl
spring training get ready to
championship.
start.
And look. We're at the high for a Super Bowl championship, and now we're about to go on this roller coaster and about to get that big dip that says Sixers, and we're going down just like this. And then, and then we get the Phillies, and then that's when it kind of evens out some because the Phillies really didn't do shit because they're running it back. You know, we're running
That's
it back with the
crazy.
same team that got gentlemen swept by the Mets. Like, come on now. Like, so I'm gonna stop ranting. Go ahead with
Um,
your New York Knicks or
yeah,
Eagles,
I mean, my
man.
New York Knicks, man. What can you say? I mean, we lost a game uh last week to the Lakers. LeBron was in the building. That was the night of the Luka Doncic trade. Everybody woke up Sunday morning going crazy.
Yeah,
Um, Had a nice a game against the Houston Rockets that overtime game we should have won in regulation, but we did what we needed to do. Um, the game I want to get to is the Boston Celtics, where we got routed 131 to 104.
hmm
I feel like the Knicks, for as much as I want them to be that team, I always use the terminology and the language when we. We're not there yet. I'm not jumping out the window. When we do, when we. Because again, you have nights where you could beat the Rockets and have Jalen Brunson, get 40 points and things of that nature. Then you lose to LeBron. Then you lose to Jason Tatum.
hmm
We can't lose like that to Jason Tatum and them if we expect to be one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the East, right? And
yeah,
again, when we look at it, we look at the Eastern Conference. You look at the Boston Celtics. I guess they're the team to that everybody's just standard bearers. They're the defending champs and all of that. You know what I mean? Um, do we still are we putting respect on the Cleveland Cavaliers name? I mean, at 43-10, everybody's still waiting for the letdown and the comeback. Um, we can't worry about that. Right now, I think everybody's playing for 2, 3, and 4 in the East.
hmm
So that means what we have to do when we compete with Boston, when we compete with the Indiana Pacers, the Milwaukee Bucks, even the Detroit Pistons.
right.
There's 6. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to, bring it every night. And again, Kimmy, I'm gonna say this one more time to add on.
Hmm.
Look at the top minutes, the players with the top minutes in the league, right? And again, most highs in the building. Um, he says Joel Embiid looked like Coolidge from the White Shadow. Wow.
Yeah, he does.
And the Knicks are two players short, a wing scorer and a big man off the bench. Hopefully, man, when Mitchell Robinson comes back, he could do that big man off the bench thing. Again, man, again, like you said, man, we're missing something, for all the ingredients and the flavor that we have. We don't have that to get us over the top. And I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again, most. Um, when the Knicks do get right, my guy, when they do get right, Thibodeau's not going to be the coach. And I'm basing that on his experience in Minnesota, and I'm basing it on the experience in Chicago, and I can speak to it because that's what's going on right now in New York. He's running those kids in the ground. You know what I mean? So again, I just think that the Knicks, where they are right now, they could be better. But hey, most we're not 11-39. You know what I'm saying? At this point in the season, you know what I'm saying? So
We
again,
got more than 20
we need to be
wins.
where we are. We don't want to do the backsliding thing, like processing the do rags over here. You know what I mean? We don't want to do the backsliding thing. I'm gonna say it again, like the process of the do rags over here. We don't want to
Listen,
do that. You know what I mean? So
look, I was thinking,
So
I was
again,
thinking,
I'm looking forward to the Knicks doing some things. But most, I don't want to see us in another Eastern Conference Finals at home in Game 7 without our catalyst. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. He says he's a Knicks fan, just being real, lifelong, just being realistic. I feel you, homie. So look, I'm with you on that. Knicks all day, Knicks tape all day. You know what I mean? But they got to get one in our lifetime while we can still understand it and deal with. Yeah, processing the do rags over here.
it
You
ain't
know what I
that,
mean?
it ain't that funny. Ain't that
Yeah,
funny.
man. So that's what we're doing. This is the point of the show right now where um we're gonna do what we do, what we call it, Browski. We're gonna get down on it, and I'm gonna let you go first. What you gonna get down on this week before we get up out of here?
Oh, let's get down on the realistic um fact that the celebration parades are the best and worst times ever. We talk about this behind the scenes about, we got the parade popping off on Friday. Um, when you go to these events, it's so crowded. Okay, the weather's going to be it's snowing right now. Okay,
Yeah, it's going down.
it's snowing right now. So the parade's on Friday. It's going to snow all day today. It's going to snow until tomorrow, and then it's going to turn into rain. So you're going to tell me that you're going to be down there? It's cold. It's wet. It's raining.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. It's gonna be a love affair down there because we love our Eagles, but we don't love this weather. And you know, when I went to the first parade, I told Left, it was the best time of my life. Also, the worst time of my life at the same time. It's crazy how it's the best and worst time at the same time. And we were just talking about how we just see both people get washed out there. People acting crazy out there. I just want my people out there, to definitely be safe. Um, it's all love. Keep all the drama at home, and let's enjoy this victory. Let's enjoy the Super Bowl victory. Let's let's enjoy us spanking the Chiefs ass in front of the world, in front of everybody. They had a three-peat sign ready, they three-peat T-shirts ready. They was ready for Patrick Mahomes to say he's going to Disney World with that Kermit the Frog voice. Okay, you had Travis Kelsey walking into the stadium looking like a '70s porn star, like he's about to go on Saturday Night Fever. They kept showing Taylor Swift. My kids that the president was there. Chris Jones breaking his neck to shake the president's hand. Yeah, we saw you, Chris Jones. We saw you. Broke his neck to shake Donald Trump's hand. Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, and then during the game, you're on the sideline trying to get your neck massaged because you can't handle the tush push. Oh, now your knee hurt. You're on the sideline crying. No, go shake the president's hand. Go shake his hand. Go shake Donald Trump's hand. Oh, maybe Taylor Swift was singing you a lullaby or something, you know? Maybe she's singing you a song. Sorry, Travis Kelsey, if we ruined your proposal because we whooped your ass. You felt embarrassed. But I just want to say, shout out to the Eagles, Super Bowl champs, Super Bowl 59 champion, shut down the dynasty, starting up our dynasty, many more to come. You can say no, you can shake your hand, but
No, no,
right
no, no, no.
now,
I was gonna say we going overtime tonight. You got to hang out because we got some more stuff that we got to talk about. We
mm,
got to talk about Jimmy Butler.
oh,
We got to talk about Jimmy Butler. We got the most high in the building. We got to talk about
yes,
Jimmy Butler, right?
yes,
And we got to talk about why they keep fronting on this Terrence Crawford and Canelo deal. First, he was going to fight Terrence Crawford and Canelo. Then Canelo's going to fight Jake Paul. Then Canelo's going to fight Terrence Crawford again. Now Canelo's fighting some other dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rest in peace, Gus Williams, man.
yes.
Salute. No doubt. Um,
He signed a
we going
three-fight
overtime
deal.
tonight. Go ahead, Broski.
He signed a three-fight deal, and I thought one of the fights was supposed to be the Terrence, supposed to be the Crawford fight. One of them, I like. My understanding was when he signed that deal with the Arab Bull, they took the Jake Paul fight off the table. They said that he can't be a part of that the three fight deal. And I thought Terrence, I thought the Crawford Jones was still on. You
For
telling me it's
September.
off now?
He's supposed to be, Canelo's supposed to be fighting some other dude in May.
Oh, that's corny. See,
Yeah, you
that's corny
know,
because how you gonna fight in May and then turn around and fight Crawford in September? Unless they're gonna push the Crawford fight back to like maybe December.
I don't know. But they keep playing
That's
with people's
corny.
emotions. Yeah,
It
boxing
is.
there, damn there is absolutely.
It is.
Um, Jimmy Butler with the Golden State Warriors. How long is it going to take before Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green get it cracking? Now, you know I've been waiting for. I mean, Jimmy Butler is now on the Golden State Warriors. Draymond Green is who Draymond Green is. Can you picture a scenario where Draymond Green runs up on Jimmy Butler?
Oh no, he's not gonna run up on
He
Jimmy
not.
Butler. He's not gonna do that.
And that was my whole point
He's
about
not gonna
Draymond
do that.
Green being like
They may have
spaghetti
some
noodles, yo.
words.
This spaghetti noodles. He
Yeah,
picked on that kid, and that kid ain't gonna that kid ain't gonna never get over that. Because he was he should get over it. It's been over a year, whatever the case may be. No, no,
yeah,
knock it
yeah.
off.
Yeah, he's never gonna run up on Jimmy, but they may have words from afar. You know, they may chatter like walking away. He might say something like walking away,
Hmm.
but he will never Jordan Poole Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Jimmy Butler. I think he's an enigma wrapped up in a pretzel, dipped in some I don't know because he's been all over the place. We know he could play, but playoff Jimmy. That's what we're waiting for. Playoff Jimmy. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I think that that situation where he's at in Golden State, it's potentially
I mean,
something that could happen in the
it
West,
could happen.
but it also has the potential to be a tinderbox.
It has the
And Steph Curry's
potential
in the middle.
to yes to blow up. You know, right now they're in the 10th spot. You know, they're only what three, one, two, three, about 4 games out of the sixth spot. So I mean, we'll see. Well, you know what I say. The season don't start till after the All Star break. So you got the All Star break coming up.
Man, season almost damn near over. They play how
Yeah,
many games? They play 50 games
yeah.
already?
So you got the All Star break coming up, and then after that, we will see how these teams mesh together. Because you got AD out for a couple months. They saying
Again, what else is
again
new?
out in Dallas.
Hmm.
We're gonna see what this Luca LeBron situation really gonna look like. Um, they got their board. Don't connect back because they still
Yeah,
got Luca,
man. Did you
which is
see? Did you
wild.
see? Did you see? I was watching the game last night. I saw him on the bench, man.
Hmm.
That's an ugly scenario,
No,
man. They
it
try to
is
get
because
rid
you
of you.
get
Now you got to
traded,
turn
then you
around and
gotta
come
come
back.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's
Yo,
that's crazy.
and I heard that the team bus left them. I said, this
No
guy can't
respect.
catch a break.
No respect. No
You
respect
know.
at all. No respect.
But I mean, with the second half of the season approaching, this when we gonna start seeing teams really setting up for their playoff position. And the East and the East is gonna come down to like you said, who's gonna be 2, 3, and 4 because I can't see the Cavs letting up unless they have like a major collapse, someone
Right.
gets
Right. Right.
injured,
Right.
something like that. So I don't see the Cavs not giving up that number one spot. So who gonna be 2, 3, and 4? Because
And I
those are
mean,
home teams.
when you talk about it like that, the Cavaliers, if it's up to me, they could have that number one spot.
Yeah.
They can have it. You know what I mean? Because then that puts the
Oh, the
pressure and
pressure.
the burden on them, absolutely, to
Yeah.
hold that number one seed down to June. You know what I'm saying? So again, um, uh, 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 Kenny Atkinson and what they're doing in Cleveland is a great thing. I think some people are still sleeping on it. Could you tell
Because it's
you
not
ask a
flashy.
you ask a casual basketball fan who the top three teams in the East right now? They'll probably tell you Milwaukee, Boston, and the Knicks.
Yeah, because the last time the Cavs were number one, they had LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love there.
Yeah,
So
so
to have that, you know, we
and
gonna
just to
see.
think about Donovan Mitchell was trying to get up out of there not too long ago.
Yes, he was, but I feel like I think he settled in and accepted that that was the best place for him. I feel like he probably, I think he accepted that, and we'll see what happens with on the West because you got OKC, Memphis, Denver, Lakers, top four teams, and then you got and then you got the young boys in Houston. We've been saying that this Houston team,
Yeah.
you
Hmm.
know, bunch of young talented guy, and then you give them a solid coach with what's his name, the coach name,
Houston,
yeah.
Ume.
Yeah, Ume. Yeah, you got him in there. We already know what type of coach he is. He can coach up young guys. I still think Boston should never gave up on him, but that's another story.
Has anybody found Dennis Schroeder's uh, luggage yet? That dude been traded like 12 times in the last 4 days. No, no. And listen,
Yeah,
man. And so, Brasky, can we correlate that to him, the statement he made about it's like slavery?
yeah,
I think so.
yeah,
I think so.
yeah. I think
I
he should
mean,
accept that.
he
And
he was the guy that turned down the 84 mil, right, from the Lakers. I believe it was
no,
84
he
million
played
dollars. He
himself.
turned it down,
Yeah,
and it.
he played
Dennis,
himself.
Dennis, where was you? Ah, man.
Yeah, he played himself. So now you're getting bounced around
Yep.
between the team
like
collecting
like Robert Ory without a ring, without rings.
without a rank and collecting
He get bounced
minimum
around like
wage.
Robert Ory.
Yeah,
Word up.
you just getting veteran minimum now. Like you could have signed a contract 84, secure the bag, but
It goes back to that statement. You played yourself, yo. I mean,
he did.
who care? I mean, at this point, you was right. 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 But at the end of the day, look where it's got you. You kind of like on some pariah status now. We gonna keep it
Yeah.
really green. You know what I mean? They
Yep.
doing you like they kind of did Spreewell when he said at $11 million he couldn't feed his family.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, come on, man.
That's a wild
Come
statement.
on, son.
I
You
said,
know what I
okay,
mean?
so
But
yeah.
that was crazy. Where you at? Are we? Is it too early to really talk a little bit about college basketball? I see South Carolina lost again. Um, you know what I mean? And again, these tournaments and leading up to where we get ready to go in March. Um, this regular season is something I pay attention to. Again, Auburn is
Yes.
number one, but how long?
Well,
I think that's why people really don't get caught up in the mix. But you know what I want to talk about? Like I talked about them earlier in the season, Rutgers, right?
yeah.
Look at St. John's.
Yeah, I seen that too. I seen
Look
that
at
too.
hey yo, most look at Rick Pitino and St. John's.
Yeah. Rick
Like, I
Pitino doing
mean,
some things.
listen, I mean, again, no disrespect to nobody, man, but it just goes to show you, man, no matter where you put those guys, the Caliparis, the Rick Pittinos, those guys are gonna win. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Again, I think that what St. John's is doing right now, they just need to keep it going because, like
Mhm.
you said, March is the barometer. You know what I mean? You play your best ball going up into March. You got to play a conference tournament, which is going to be bananas. That's where we really going to be going crazy with these
Yeah,
conference
the
tournaments
big
on both
hitters.
sides, the men and the women's side.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
we
So
always highlight the conference tournaments.
yeah, so
That's
it's going to be real crazy. So we got to
yeah,
get in shape for that. You know what I mean? Get
yeah.
ready, that popping. Browski, as every time, salute. I would be remiss if I didn't mention how Browski gave it up on the Star Report. I'm sitting at work. I'm listening. I'm at my desk. I'm sitting at work doing my 1-2. So let me put on the Star Report. I missed a couple shows or whatever. Let me put this on, bug out. He said, yeah, yeah, this is out of here. I said, oh, snap. I said, okay, let's get it. And you did your thing. And salute, 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 salute. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you, thank you, thank
And again, we talk it like we walk it over here and walk it like we talk it over here. You know what I mean? We gonna call your name out. You know what I mean? It's no mystery talk. We don't like we used to say back in the day. We don't talk in riddles.
you. Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So again, at the end of the day, Down in Sports is in the building. Yada Bear's in the house. Left Handed is in the house. Windwalker's in the building. Salute to the Most High
Yeah,
for
salute to the
chiming
Most
in,
High.
my guy. You already know, man. You got carte blanche, man. You could pop up anytime. Pull up, my dude. Every Tuesday we get it in right here, um, and that's what we're gonna do. So Browski's talked about her Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. All right. And it's going to be mentioned from now until you know until
Until
Josh
next
Allen wins
season.
until Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl,
No, no.
or
That
or
was
or,
the
or
devil.
Joe Burrow, whichever comes first.
And
Um,
whoever goes first, right?
we're gonna talk some NBA, some college basketball. You know what I mean? Make it do what it do. Um, hopefully, we talk about some baseball. You know what I mean? Because I know
Well, spring
Browski wants to
training
talk
about
about.
to start. You
She
know.
don't want. She don't want to talk about the Sixers.
Uh,
Let's talk about
I
like
mean, listen,
The
I'll
Philadelphia
always talk
Union or
about them.
something.
Look, I'll talk about them, but people may not want to hear it
Uh
because
oh. That's
I don't sugarcoat. I speak the
I know
facts.
that's right.
You know.
I know that's right. We're about to get up out of here, yo. Down in Sports Talk, we in the building. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button. Down in Sports Talk on Riverside. Down in Sports Talk on YouTube. Down in Sports Talk on Facebook. Right?
Yes,
That's the group. Down in Sports Talk. All right. We're about to get up out. Oh, I'm gonna let Browski do her get down on it, and I ain't do my get down on
yes.
it.
You gotta do
All
yours.
right. This is what I'm gonna get down on tonight, man. I'm getting down on these prognosticators, these predictors, these so-called people who know what they've been talking about, and kind of like us, never played the game in their life. They've been around the game all their life, which is we've been around the game all our life.
Mhm.
When you talk about a kid like Galen Hurts, and I'm going back to that because that's easy mark and stuff that you shouldn't say, and we're not going to let you forget it.
Mhm.
When you say stuff about Jalen Hurts, what you don't think, and he doesn't look like, and that's the type of stuff we expect Gil Brandt to say. I don't expect that to come out of Stephen A. Smith's mouth, right? We ran down a whole list of all you cats that talked that about that kid. How many of you offered a mea culpa? I didn't think so, right? So for me, I think that a lot of y'all, you already discredit yourself. You play yourself out. Your credibility, your integrity is flying. It's going through that leak in the window. You know how you got to put the plastic in the window to
Mhm.
keep the breeze. Your
Yes.
credibility, Brosky, can you read off that list for me one more time?
Oh. Oh. Well,
Yeah, can you read that list off for me one more time?
my pleasure. Colin Cowherd,
Colin Cowherd, you, Mister
Phil
Run Off
Simms'
at the
son.
Mouth,
Mhm.
Diarrhea Mouth, put the cart before the horse, always talking. Go ahead, Brosky.
Phil Simms' son.
Chris Sims.
Mhm.
The only thing that you and I have parallels, we have the same first name. That goes beyond saying. You, of all people, should not be talking about who you think or who looks like a efficient, reliable, dependable quarterback. Because you damn sure wasn't.
Dan Olowski.
Dan Orlovsky, old non-flavor flav, right? Mr. Quarterback, where's you at? University of Connecticut or some shit?
Yes,
Like,
University of
come
Connecticut.
on, yo. Like,
Detroit
who?
Lions stepped off the back of the end zone. Didn't know he could do
Yes.
that.
Oh, Richard Pryor, which way is up ass?
Yes.
You
Um,
don't have no right to talk. Go
Nick
ahead, Brass.
Wright. Nick Wright.
Nick Wright. Oh, Curly Curl. Sweetheart. Gordon Lightfoot. Lucky Charms. You always wrong. No matter what you say, you always. I get a kick out of listening to you because you sound like you sound like you just got hit by the bus and just woke up and said that the first thing came out your mouth.
Hmm.
Nah. Go ahead, Browski.
Andrew Schultz.
I
Schultz
don't know who you are. Your name sounds familiar, but shut up.
from he's the white guy that was with Charlemagne on the Brilliant Idiot podcast.
Oh, well, there you go.
The
Enough said.
comedian. Let's do someone else that's good. Oh, Damian Woody.
Ah, Damian Woody. You're not used to being around good quarterbacks, are you? Tom Brady, notwithstanding. How many good quarterbacks were you around when you were on the Jets?
Not many.
Right?
Not many.
Come on, Damian Woody, man. I respect you a little bit more than that, man. For
Yeah.
you to say what you say about this kid and not even letting him to get. What do we say, Browski? Like you have to put a sample size
Exactly.
where you can speak to your opinions. You just jumped out the window and you followed suit.
All
And I'm looking at you differently now, Damian Woody. I mean, you have the right to your opinion, but come on, yo. Go ahead, Browski.
Dan Graziano.
Oh yeah, another one. Another one. Just talk just to be talking now. Where do we find these dudes at now? Go ahead.
Phil Yates.
Phil Yates. Okay, the new generation. Another one who should would have had the foresight to see that you're supposed to give this kid, and I thought Jalen Hurts a kid because that's what he is to me.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? A chance to do what he does, especially when what do you know about playing quarterback? And on that level, Phil Yates, Dan Graziano, Dan Orlovsky, right? So again, um, y'all talked about this kid, man, and again, Broski, bear witness. I've been saying it. All, I said it this year. I said it last year. I said the year before. I said Jalen Hurts gonna be all right. Let him live. Let Jalen Hurts live, and he's gonna be all right. So I'm getting down on all y'all. I'm gonna end the show like we started the show. We're gonna get down on all you weirdos who make all this obscene amount of money to get on TV in front of a camera when the red light goes on. You pontificate endlessly, and that's why we do our show once a week. We don't come on here and we beat you in the head and beat you in the head. And then, oh, I'm sorry. We spoke out of turn. We said the wrong thing. Nah. I mean, you have to have a little bit of integrity, and not just because your name is so and so and so and so, and you make a lot of money. You can get up here and say stuff about people you don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just talking about from an analytical standpoint, because what you do is you analyze what Jalen Hurts does on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm not speaking to that, right? I'm
Yep.
just speaking to what you see and what we see. But you get paid the big bucks, and you mean to tell me what you saw from this kid was that what you said out your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta call you on it. Me and my partner gotta call you on that.
Yep.
You know what I
That's
mean?
why.
So
That's why
I'm gonna
I
leave it
gave
at that.
you the list,
Yeah, we got the list right there.
the hit
So
list.
again, we watching y'all. You know what I mean? We gotta look at y'all with a side eye. You know what I mean? And it's straight like that. Because this kid is a Super Bowl champion.
Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP.
Super Bowl MVP.
2 Super Bowls in 3 years.
Dan Orlovsky, can you buy that? Right? And on that note, we're gonna get up out of here. Browski, you know you gotta get some rest. Do what you do. I appreciate you every time. Next week we'll be back in the bed. We're gonna talk some basketball, y'all. We're gonna get into it. And we're gonna talk about the Sixers, even though Browski don't want to. We out. All right? Talk to y'all. Y'all have a safe week. Y'all be good. Down in sports. We in the building. Peace.
Peace. Go Birds.
All right, Kevin. I appreciate you, yo.